A lot of people are currently talking about Lisandro Martinez, and we're going to be seeing him in the Premier League very soon, wearing the red of Manchester United. But how good is he, and can a 5'9" player play at centre-back in the Premier League? Go grab a nice cold beer and let's find out. As per reports from super journalist Fabrizio Romano, Ajax and Manchester United have a full agreement in place for the Argentine defender worth an overall package of 55 million euros. Under the new United boss Erik Ten Hag, the 24-year-old rose to prominence, and it was no surprise that the Dutchman was interested in bringing him to Old Trafford. And after weeks of back and forth, Erik Ten Hag has got his man. Martinez was born in Argentina, and like most young children his age, enjoyed running after a ball in the hopes of one day being able to play defence, just like his hero, former Red Devils defender Gabriel Heinze. When he was 8 years old, he got his big break when he joined the youth team Club Libertad, and from there he moved on to Newell's Old Boys, which is one of South America's most illustrious clubs. Old Boys is where Marcelo Bielsa got his start as a manager, and where a certain Lionel Messi rose to fame. It was here that Martinez started to develop his football skills and turn into the player that we now see today. He made his way to Defensa y Justicia, where Ajax took notice of him. The Dutch giants bought Lisandro Martinez right after they sold Matthijs de Ligt to Juventus after reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League in 2018. He developed into a key component of the most recent Ajax team under Ten Hag's coaching, and the Argentine international has played in 4 different positions throughout his more than 100 appearances for the Dutch team, demonstrating his versatility. Even though he is only 5 feet 9 inches tall, he's developed into a mature and complete centre-back. Teams might assume they can target Martinez in the air because of his height, but they couldn't be more wrong. Although he may appear a little small for that position, he actually won more aerial duels per 90 minutes than Harry Maguire managed for United. This is a pretty amazing stat when you consider that Harry Maguire stands at 6'4". So despite standing at less than 6 feet tall, Lisandro Martinez is a formidable opponent in the air. Martinez has an advantage over the pacey strikers of the Premier League, despite what many people believe. In the 21-22 Eredivisie season, he made 2.0 tackles, 2.0 interceptions and 2.8 clearances per match on average on the defensive end, and he won a staggering 69% of his ground battles and 71% of his aerial battles. With a success rate of 73.7% in ground-based duels, Martinez once more placed among the top 10 of Eredivisie centre-backs. Varane, Maguire and Lindelof didn't have stats like this at Man United last season. And these stats do a good job of showcasing some of his defensive prowess. However, Ten Hag will be most interested in his work outside of the context of engaging in duels with opponents. Martinez plays well in a high defensive line because of his exceptional speed, and Ten Hag plans to use this strategy at Manchester United next season. Lisandro Martinez's disciplinary history is revealed by the fact that he only got 4 yellow cards. The 24-year-old is not afraid to take chances. Last season he contributed 4 assists and 1 goal in all competitions, and that's more than what any Manchester United defender got last season. So when you combine this with his nearly unrelenting drive to recover the ball, you have a pretty unique athlete on your hands and a pretty great asset for Manchester United in the future. His aggressiveness and eagerness on the field has even given him the nickname the Argentine Butcher. So by position, Martinez is primarily a centre-back, but he can also play a wider role in a 3-man defence. He's also very comfortable at the left-back positions. In layman's terms, Lisandro Martinez may well be the Eredivisie's finest ball-playing centre-back, something Manchester United have lacked in recent seasons. Martinez possesses some of the most ridiculous passing statistics we've ever seen, which made him an offensive weapon for Ajax. Martinez had the ability to start the play for Ajax and offered those accurate passes into strikers that Ajax depended on because they are a ball-dominant team. Perhaps something that Erik Ten Hag is going to use at Manchester United. And because of his playing style, which allows him to move with the ball, he is dependable when he has the ball on his feet. He can play all different kinds of passes and is terrific with the ball. He can also progress up the pitch excellently to escape the confined spaces and break a press. The Argentine could also be used by Manchester United in a 4-1-2-3 system as a defensive midfielder. This enables two forward-thinking midfielders to enter the field simultaneously. So if Manchester United add Frankie de Jong, Frankie can play alongside Bruno Fernandes in a forward position with Martinez lining up just behind them. An alternative could be a midfield three of Martinez, Bruno and Eriksen. Erik Ten Hag will be able to implement his ideas easily because Martinez will already be familiar with his style of play, having spent 3 years with Ten Hag at Ajax. In light of this, you have to say that Lisandro Martinez is the perfect acquisition for Manchester United. They get a great defender in the player who is eager to succeed and provide the manager with the necessary resources. As said, Martinez is a ball-playing centre-back, which makes him crucial to Erik Ten Hag's vision for Manchester United's future style of play. Erik Ten Hag does like to play an attractive brand of football that involves keeping the ball and maintaining possession. Either way, a higher calibre of defensive players are what has been really needed in the Manchester United squad. Manchester United conceded 57 goals last season, and this was their worst total since the start of the Premier League in 1992. On the other end, the team only scored 57 goals, giving them an embarrassing goal difference of precisely 0. Among the top 6 teams, they had by far the worst defensive record in the league. So a lot of room for improvement. And the signing of Lisandro Martinez could put an end to that. For example, the reliable Argentine has a solid history of fitness, while players like Rafael Varane and Eric Bailly struggled with injuries last season especially. In the forthcoming season, he might forge a potential alliance maybe with Varane, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof or even Bailly, depending on who's fit. As previously mentioned, Lisandro Martinez signing for Manchester United should help them build a solid defence for the new season. One of the key advantages of signing the Argentine will be the immediate rise in competition for the positions. If Martinez makes the starting lineup, which Erik Ten Hag seems to think he will, only one of Maguire, Varane, Lindelof or Bailly will be able to partner up with him. Good football will be produced on the pitch if there is healthy competition in the squad, and you would think that Manchester United should improve on what was an absolutely terrible defensive record last season. Anyway, we should keep in mind that if Erik Ten Hag decides to play Martinez as a centre-back, he will be the shortest centre-back in the Premier League. For comparison, the Argentine international will be 8 inches shorter than Erling Haaland of Manchester City or Kiefer Moore of Bournemouth. Both strikers are among the tallest in England at 6'5". In the league, there are 8 strikers who are 6'3" or taller, and a handful that are around 6'2". So there is argument to say that Martinez is going to have a huge disadvantage when coming up against those strikers. But there are a lot of people who think this can be a problem. The Premier League has a good number of traditional and tall number 9s. However, when Martinez and Ajax met Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League last season, Martinez had Haaland in his pocket. He didn't let him get as much as a sniff of the ball in the Ajax penalty area. Martinez played the full 90 minutes in both of the group games, and Ajax won 3-1 and 4-0 last season. So Martinez's introduction to the United backline will greatly aid the implementation of Ten Hag's philosophies. As the team builds from the back, He will give them the ability to defend more aggressively, and these were two things that United struggled with last season, and they're two areas in which two top defenders like Ruben Dias and Van Dijk have excelled for their respective teams. So what do you think? Is Lisandro Martinez a good fit for Manchester United, and will he be a success? Leave a comment down below. And also, if you support Manchester United, you should support this channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get all the new videos as soon as they come out. On the screen now should be another good video worth watching. Click on that video and we will see you in the next video.